Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. Thanks for coming around and subscribing. And if you have not done so, please do subscribe to this YouTube channel because you'll be learning loads of things on how to retain your length and also tutorials on how to safely install your protective styles. So on this video, I want to show you how I safely took down my daughter's 6 weeks old knotless braids. I made these knotless braids for her in a very special way because I braided her hair almost to the end of her hair before attaching extension. That was to make the extension less bulky because she's in a program that warrants her putting her hair away most of the time, and also I didn't want so much extension to weigh down her hair. Now, how you take down your extension is very, very important. It will help you to retain length. If you do not safely take down your protective style, you end up losing the length that you gained while carrying the protective style. So as you saw from the beginning, I first of all sprayed the hair with water. The water was distilled. You can also use rose water, but I use distilled water because it's very handy for me. Before I now went ahead to remove the ornaments on the hair so that it will not hook the hair while loosening. I also chopped the excess extension just very close to where her hair started. That is to make it easier to take down and also faster. Yes, so I now went ahead to put the hair up so as to make space for where I'll be starting to loosen the hair, because as I'll be loosening the hair, I will also be detangling it at the same time. You don't want to loosen your hair and enter the shower and wash your hair. That's a recipe for disaster. You end up coming out with head full of tangles because the shaded hairs will literally bring you to your knees after washing if you do not detangle your hair thoroughly after loosening before going ahead to wash it. So that is it for now. And then you can see I also used rat tail comb to aid with the loosening. I was also very, very gentle, and then I took my time. You should be paying attention to the people that are loosening your hair, whether those people are in the salon or at home. You should pay attention. It is your hair, and so you should be aware of what's happening so that they will not jeopardize the length that you have gained while wearing your protective style. So like I said, step by step, I detangled the hair as I went on to loosen it. I did this step by step because it would be easier, and also you'll be able to detangle the hair thoroughly and in sections. So you can see I still hydrated the hair again by spraying it a little bit of distilled water. That is to soften it further. The hair, you can see, was well conditioned, even while it was still in protective style. The leave-in conditioner that was used was still effective. It took only the distilled water to activate it. You see, that is why Pretty Roots should be your go-to hair products, because the hair products stays like it keeps your hair well conditioned and moisturized even while you are wearing your protective style, for as long as you have your protective style on, so that even at the point of loosening, all you will need to do is to just spray it with water. Look at how soft the hair is to the comb. You see, the comb is easy and going in and out easily because of Pretty Roots that was used. Also pay attention to how you detangle your hair. Start from the tip and then make your way down to the root of the hair. That way you will not be yanking the hair and causing damage to your hair. You have to be gentle at all times. That is one of the ways you can retain length. You see, it is very, very important to take it easy and pay attention to every part and strands. Just look at this. While I was walking my hands down the hair, I felt a part that was not properly loosened. Assuming I wasn't paying attention, I would have yanked that hair while combing it. You see, that's why you should use your finger first, feel and detangle with your finger before going in with the comb. Avoid attacking your hair with the comb because you will end up causing more harm than good. You will end up losing so much hair, and then all that length that you gained while wearing your protective style will be gone. Just look at how easy it was to detangle that hair. That's because I used Pretty Roots. Pretty Roots is the hair product that you should trust, because once you use it, the results will be felt on your hair for so long. We had your health and your hair and your general well-being in mind while formulating Pretty Root products. Detangling should be made very painless and easy by all means. This is to avoid traumatizing the child and also the scalp. I say traumatizing the child because if you are too rough on the hair, it will be very painful, and then you see they will not want to keep their hair natural. They will wish they had their hair straightened. So you need to be careful at all times so as not to cause them trauma. We all suffered traumas as children while growing up because our parents didn't know better. We should not carry on that kind of trauma to our children. It should be a thing of the past. So you can see I take it really very gentle on my children's hair. Number one, I use the right product, which is Pretty Roots products. I also use the right tools. I use white tooth combs, like you can see in this video. I am not an advocate of brush. I don't even own any brush at all, like those detangling brushes. I don't use them at all. I prefer my white combs because it does the job for me. I take it easy. I also work in sections. That way you are able to detangle thoroughly without doing too much. And also gently, you hold the hair as you detangle, you hold it down so you don't pull it from the root. I also talked about scalp trauma, because if you do too much, if you cause damage on the scalp, it will result to loss of hair. So you just have to be careful at all times, work in sections, and also use the right detangling tool at the same time. Also buy Pretty Roots. Yes, I will continue to tell you about Pretty Roots because Pretty Roots is a hair care product you should trust. It will moisturize the hair, condition it, make it manageable. As you can see, I did not even apply any leave-in conditioner or any conditioner whatsoever. Only water did the job. It activated the products that was already used, that was in the hair before installing the protective style. So you see, you don't even need too much. A little goes a long way. That's why I'm talking about Pretty Roots. So buy Pretty Roots. All right. So do the right thing. Buy Pretty Roots. Use the right tools. Detangle the hair gently. Safely take down protective style. And also safely install your protective styles. Do this and your hair will not stop growing. Your children's hair will not stop growing. Those edges will be intact. As you watch this video, you see where I showed her edges, as in after she had worn braids for a month plus, like 6 weeks. You see her edges are still intact. I don't play with my children's edges because for me, I suffered hair loss, permanent hair loss on my front hair. Like there is nothing that can bring those hairs back. No oil can bring them back because the follicles are already dead. those are the kind of traumas that we suffered growing up because of the kind of hairstyles that we were exposed to. Just look at this front hair. You see how full, and I mean, like, she had this hair for 6 weeks and she's been wearing her hair in braids most time, you see, yet her hair, her front hair, everything is intact. This is what I'm talking about. You should be very careful, and also use pretty roots, because with pretty roots you will avoid losing, those kind of situations, what I'm talking about, for those of us that had permanent hair loss as a result of bad hair practices while growing up. So buy Pretty Roots, buy Pretty Roots oil, do the right thing, buy Pretty Roots oil, buy Pretty Roots leave-in conditioner, the shampoo, buy the shampoo and the deep conditioner.